Go ahead, Illy B. Oh, maybe she didn't mean to come up here. You can come up if you want to. Hey, what's his name? No, sir, you're in the thing. They paid to drop you, so you got to pay 100 to come back up. Go ahead, Lex.
Hey, okay, so I believe that in a relationship it should be two parts, and one day if your partner can't fill in that other like 50%, you need to pick up the slack.
Okay.
That's just how I feel. And I feel like a man should be the provider, and I feel like the woman should make the household. That's my opinion.
Interesting. Are you saying that because of should the man be provider based on our society, or should a man be a provider based on like nature?
I believe that a man should always be the provider based off of nature. Nature versus nurture is what I'm going off of.
Okay, so you think that in nature, men are meant to be the providers?
I do, yes, because if you look at it, the like a lion pack, the lion.
Ooh, hold on. Stick to humans because we're
Ooh,
not lions, right?
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I was just trying to make an analogy.
yeah. I know. We start. I'm not a zoologist. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I might not
Okay, no,
understand.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
But let's stick to
Okay,
people.
so if we look at it on a broad
Why
term
is
of
it tenure?
things, men.
What?
I
Sorry.
am 25. Thank you.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Lex, go.
Um. Okay. In the broader term of things, men have always had that leadership role in societies, everything like that. They have always had that leadership role. They've always provided for their
Who told
communities.
you that?
This is just history.
I know what history. When that's not in. That's not what it was. Men haven't always been like that. You know, at one point in time, there were way more women than men, right?
Was there now?
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm a little uneducated on that part. That's my bad.
it's okay. Yeah. So that's why I was wondering. I was like, are you saying it's like naturally men are supposed to be the providers or whatever? Because I
Well,
don't
this is
know.
also how I've been raised. My dad's always been the provider for our family,
Hmm.
and I'm going off of how I was raised and
Yeah.
how I was treated growing up.
See, okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't mind. I'm not one of those guys. Like I'm like all for feminism and more importantly, I'm for getting rid of the patriarchy and all of that stuff, right? Um, but I'm also not judgmental of women who feel like men, like they want a man to be a provider for them. You know what I mean? Like I totally understand that because the systems are still in place. So the patriarchy
Right.
still exists, racism still exists, capitalism still exists. You know what I mean? The odds are set against women. So if a woman is like, I don't want to do that, I want to do this, then I'm like, oh, perfectly, I'm okay. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. It's rational, it's reasonable.
Can I ask a question on that? What
Yeah,
you just
go ahead.
said?
Go ahead.
Do you think that with enough manpower we can get rid of the patriarchy? Is that something
Yeah,
you think should happen?
100%.
So with enough manpower, you can get rid of the patriarchy.
Yeah, with the
Okay.
right men too. Not even a
The
lot of
right
men.
men, yeah, the right men. A lot of men, right men, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so how do you think that'll happen though? Like, do you think it's possible? Like, if we can organize it, or
Yeah, 100%.
so what? Like, is that like a? It's not a vote though, right?
No, it wouldn't be a vote. It would
It's
be.
like talking to other people, right? And then like collectivizing, but that would require force, right? Like if we're really thinking about it, like I mean, let's face it.
So you're saying it has to be violent? I don't know if it has to be violent.
Well, if let's say a patriarchy with arms, a collection of mostly men with
Mhm.
brute force say, no, you are not going to take us over. We are the patriarchy. We're here to stay. If let's say they declare that, so
Yeah.
at that point, wouldn't it actually necessitate equal or superior force at that point, if that were the case?
No, because that would basically that train of thought is basically saying like there's no other way to fight outside of through violence, but there's many avenues that we can use. I think that are more effective than violence too. I think there are things that we can do that would bring the system to a halt, and they would have no other choice but to capitulate like instantly. But a war, they could sustain a war for a long time. They're ready for war.
Could you bring those facts forward that you think that we could do to help with that?
Oh yeah, abstaining from work, not being labor, not signing up for the military, not signing up to work in their factories, not buying their products, things of that nature. Absolutely.
Would that cause starvation?
For the system.
What'd you say, Shane?
I said not having more babies for the system.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, like 4B. Yeah, that's definitely.
Would you stop labor if it meant massive food and water shortages? If that were the case,
you don't have to stop labor to do that. You don't.
I understand, but would you? But would you, if you thought you had a chance at changing the system, would you risk causing starvation?
You would. Yeah. I'm not saying some people gonna get unalived in it, no matter what, right? Like people, it ain't no perfect way of doing it, right? But do we need to like Fred Hampton said, you don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water. So
yeah.
Y'all remember when the ports and stuff shut down, right?
What?
Y'all remember like when the ports and everything shut down and like the workers went on their labor union strike? Mm-hmm. So are you saying like something along the lines of that?
Yeah. Remember it's illegal for the railroad workers to strike. That's how important they are.
When are you going to get off welfare though?
Uh-oh. We got a racist.
No, I'm just assuming that you're on welfare.
I make more money than
that was so random.
But Christo, I make more money than you.
But are you on welfare?
No, I make more money than you. So are you on welfare? If I'm on welfare, you on welfare.
Well, I'm just asking, do you get any government support?
I'm telling you, this black man makes more money than you.
Okay, but do you get any government assistance?
Listen, you're missing the point.
Yes or no?
I do,
if he's saying he's making money, he does not get government assistance.
He didn't say you didn't.
You need it more than me.
Do you take government assistance?
You would have to ask yourself that question first.
Do you take government assistance?
Do
yes
you?
Or no?
Yeah.
No, you're not going to answer.
The answer is no.
The answer obviously is no.
It's okay. It's no. Okay. So you think that other people should start denying that their government assistance if they need it? They should say no to throw a wrench in the wheel.
Deny their government assistance?
Yeah.
That wouldn't throw a wrench in the wheel.
What do you mean? If you're saying
that just backs up the government money, that gives the government
they
more
just get
money
to keep more of their money to oppress us. It doesn't do anything.
That only helps the system.
Okay. The question is, moving forward, based on your plan, you're willing to starve people, so you're willing to stop food production.
I'm not willing to starve people.
You said so.
I'm saying that people are already starving, first of all. Second of all,
exactly.
People may actually get hurt in this because there's no perfect way of doing it. But the least dangerous way of doing it would be to just simply stop buying their goods and to stop working for them. That is it's happened many a times in history.
But then who do you buy goods from then? Like, what's the alternative in the short run?
Local farmers markets. Go local. Support your local businesses.
Right, but if those are also buttressed by government subsidies.
We know you have a problem for every solution, Christo. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to look at it pragmatically, like what the actuality is.
I don't think you are looking at it pragmatically. You're just being a contrarian. And being a contrarian does not mean that you're being pragmatic. You're just
isn't your entire movement
because he
contrarian?
benefits most from it.
Well, no, I don't. Well, first of all, I don't think it's possible to live in a non-patriarchal system.
Of course you don't.
You can't do it. Why?
You don't think it's possible?
So you're looking at this very one-sidedly.
Okay, you're all ganging up now.
Hold on. I know. Yeah, I'm not ganging up on you. That's what I'm saying. Chris, I got a question for you. Do you think it's possible for us to live in a non-racist system?
Well, like to say the system's racist or a system that has racist people in it?
Do you think it is possible, for the same way you just said, it's not possible for us to live in a non-patriarchal system? Mm-hmm. Do you think that same logic applies when it comes to racism?
No, I think people's judgments about race and ethnicity and culture always bleed through the activities in their life. So I don't think it's really
an answer because
the answer is no.
Okay, so you think that racism has to exist forever?
That'll always be present As long as humans are present, yes.
And when did racism start? Has racism been around since human?
Yeah, I think the moment someone had like a weird negative reaction to someone who looked different to them as a defense.
That's not racism. That's not racism. So racism,
I think it is.
It's not though. You can think
if they
it,
make
whatever.
a judgment, if they say you're less than because of that reaction, I think that would be.
We did it, Joe.
I think he got a little mad.
We gotta say that one all together on 3.
They clipped that boy wings so quickly. Yeah, but sir, no, that's not racism. Saying that judging somebody because they're overweight wouldn't be racist. Judging somebody because they are missing an arm or an eye, that wouldn't be racist. That would be ableist. So no, racism hasn't always existed. That's stupid. It's relative. It's relative.
Isn't racism a branch of the patriarchy?
Yes. I think racism, I don't think I know. All these systems were built on top of the patriarchy. So the patriarchy is the cake part, and then racism is the icing and the you know what I mean? And capitalism is the cherry and the fucking whatever, right? Like that's how the shit works. But yeah, the patriarchy,
everything else gets sprinkled on top of it.
Yeah, the patriarchy is first. So that's why, you know, as a black man, I've been very much invested in the idea of getting rid of the patriarchy, because not only would it be great just to get rid of patriarchy, but getting rid of the patriarchy will also get rid of racism. So I don't have to fight 3 different fights. If I just fight against the patriarchy, I don't even if I just never paid attention to racism, if I just fought against the patriarchy, racism would go away. But if I fight against racism, I still have to fight against the patriarchy, right? I still have to put a lot of energy and effort into fighting against the patriarchy at the end of the day. So yeah, I don't really want to fight 3, 4 different massive fights. I'd rather just fight one fight, right? Which is just get rid of the patriarchy, because it's all connected. BBG, what's good with it?
I only came up here for one reason, because I'm ridiculously exhausted. But my sons wanted to say it too. Go ahead.
Let's go! We did it. The voices is extinguished. Yep.
We did it, Joe.
The kids are so cute. That's all I'm saying.
They was in the car like, yeah, pup, we did it, Joe.
So
see, that's
cute.
why y'all can't never make me hate kids at a certain age. When kids pass up a certain age, I love them to death. Before that age, though, keep them little motherfuckers from around me, because I'm done with them. You know what I'm saying?
They're only good babies, once they get past that 5-year-old state.
That's 5. Yeah, fucking 5. 5, 6, 7. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll fucks with you. I love them. I love them 5 and up, man. That below, I'll be like, man, keep them little. Oh, that baby looks cute from over there. Very cute baby over there.
Not too much.
He almost.
You keep that baby. You keep the cooties away from me, please. Like.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on them little babies. Hey, Therese came up. She had to tell you. She had something to tell y'all. She back in the building.
I am in no mood for white supremacists today. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am not in the mood for the racism. I'm not in the mood for the willfully ignorant misogyny. No, absolutely not. No. I'm so tired of these people.
That man said,
are you on welfare? Like, what the hell?
Sir,
Jesus.
please.
It came completely out of nowhere. That was what it was like, wait, what? How did we get on welfare?
Sir, please.
The fact someone making less than him asked that is crazy.
Yeah.
Because he was talking to a black man. That fool said I was on welfare. No, I'm not, actually. And I don't have no shame. Hey, hold on. Let me back it up. If I was on welfare, I would have no shame about being on welfare. I would not be, because only in America do we shame people for being on welfare. That shit is weird. You on welfare, there's a reason. That is a systemic failure typically. And I also think everybody should get welfare. I don't care. I think Jeff Bezos gets welfare. But I think everybody should get welfare. I think Cassie, I think Shan, I think Therese, I think we all should get welfare. We all should get $3,000.
ODB had welfare?
I think the only solution to like late stage capitalism, if this keeps going at the trend, is UBI, Universal Basic Income.
That's it. That's all.
But that's like, that would solve so many problems, and it would actually save the government money. That's the thing that people don't understand. Just giving everyone money is cheaper than the welfare system.
It is
Significantly
it
cheaper. It would save us money.
Giving everybody health care, giving
would
everybody
save us
a
money.
UBI, and giving everybody access to education would
save us money.
That would save us money, but they don't want to do it because it'll put everybody on the competition would go up, right? And also, if everybody has access to those things, we wouldn't, like, people like Trump wouldn't get in office. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people understand the connection.
And
like,
I think for the people on the ground, like Dime Store Nick Fuentes, who was just up here, they like the idea of having, and really Nick Fuentes is like Dime Store Ben Shapiro, or is like Walmart Ben Shapiro.
Which is crazy. Because they're all trash. Like,
they're all horrible.
Like, fucking garbage.
How could you be worse than Nick Fuentes? But like, I think they like the idea that at least I can say I'm better than this group. At least I can say I'm better than. Then taking that away, it takes away their whole identity, because so much of the YT identity is about dominating other races, just like the masculine identity is about dominating women. When you take that away, a lot of these people don't know who they are.
Yep. They start crashing out.
And exactly. And that's when they, keep you up schools and do all the stuff.
What do you mean get rid of gender? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you mean?
I have a question about UBI. Maybe it's because of my ignorance, but is UBI like associated with like communism?
Kind
Or-
of.
Universal basic income.
Yeah,
It's everybody gets the same amount of money regardless of your financial situation. It's a universal benefit per person, and everybody gets it. It's like pretty straightforward.
Per person, though, like you get it, like you would get it.
And maybe this is just like my like underlying misogyny, but would this not allow us to own property if that were the case? No, so it would be more like a socialist.
Yeah, it's like a social benefit. It's like just like universal health care would be like it's just like a social benefit. We're not eliminating, at least I'm not. I don't want to speak for anybody else in the chat, but I am not eliminating private property. That's not what I'm doing right now.
Private property under socialism, not under communism.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
That was the difference, and that's why I was just asking for more clarity. Just because taking away our right to own property, I think, would not be the best.
No one here is advocating for that.
Oh,
yeah. I was just getting confused with the
comment. For taking away everybody's right to own property, because I think it's a weird thing to think that you can own land. I think it's a crazy concept to think like animals live on the land, and like trees live on the land, and like you think like I could just knock down this land.
I'm gonna chime in on this one. I go hunting. We own like 500 acres of private property for hunting.
Crazy.
So I am kind of for owning private property because it gives you the sense of security to have your own space.
And that's
what
the
if
thing.
Everybody had access to all of the land for whatever they needed? Like, think about it. The only reason that we feel that way is because at a certain point in human history, I don't know, like 5,000, 10,000 years ago, people started hoarding resources. And you don't have to fight or get into any conflict over anything if no one's hoarding all the resources.
Having 500 acres so you can hunt? You don't think that's overkill, no pun intended?
Well, we do duck hunting, goose hunting, squirrel hunting, turkeys, deer, elk, everything that you can think of. We also sell our meat to the community, so it just brings in extra money for our family.
All right.
It's kind of like we're not using it as like a bad way. We're using it to like grow our community because we have brought so many different people into our town, and we've actually sold. We used to have about 600. We've sold off 100 of it for people to live on because we had a very high homeless rate around where I lived. And we got those people into mobile homes and stuff like that, and we got them working and everything.
Yeah, I ain't gonna knock you, man. Do your thing. But like I said, I'm against owning private property. Like in the long run, I think it's harmful. In the short term, I'm good with. You know what I'm saying? I know we have to like get to that place, but like But overall, like the same. I think like how the natives thought. Like it's like, what do you mean you can buy a beach?
Yeah, it's just the whole notion when you think about it is kind of odd. It's really
It's
strange.
weird.
I didn't really start to think about that pub until like I was on Christina's live, and Christina talks about that a lot. I was like, you know what? You're right. That is a batshit crazy
That's
concept.
a weird concept.
It's so
like
weird.
I go to the beach. I love the beach. I grew up in the beach. I grew up in a beach town. I go to the beach. I'm walking on the beach. There are houses on the beach that have backyards on the beach, and I'm sitting there going, "How in the fuck is this possible? that you should be able to, like, this is the fucking ocean, bro. Like, how can you own the ocean? Like, what
Question.
are you talking about? This
Are
is
there-
crazy."
I'm not a hunter, but are there like public hunting grounds? Like
Yeah,
places
there are,
that,
yeah.
I'm assuming there
For
are.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There are so
Absolutely.
many public hunting grounds. There's actually
Okay.
apps and stuff you can download and look them up.
Yeah, man. That just sounds like some I ain't gonna even, I'm sorry. That just sounds like some white tea people shit. I don't understand. I'll be honest with you. That's my black brain. My black brain can't wrap my head around. Oh, man.
I can't wrap my brain around 500 acres. I'm still trying to
500 acres,
conceptualize how
500
big that
acres
is.
sounds crazy.
I'm looking at maps on Google. I'm like, wait, is that like 5 football
I
fields?
thought
10
about-
football
look,
fields? Like, what is
I
it?
saw some property. Yeah, 22 acres.
It's quite big. It takes about 30 minutes to get to the back of our property using a truck.
Yeah, that's crazy. A 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
How you feel safe? Anybody could creep up on you.
Because we have cameras literally everywhere on our property.
She said hunting, sir. I'm assuming they have weapons on the property. I'm assuming they have
That's
quite a
crazy.
few
They're
of
gonna send them
those.
drones over there.
I think they're fine. I think they're okay.
Oh man, good luck to y'all though. I ain't, like I said, it's just different. That's the least of my work. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, I feel like that's just something. I know that's like an extreme thought in this, in our society, like thinking about not owning property. But for me, it's wild. Like it is. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna buy a house and I'm gonna have some property. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do that too. So don't get me wrong. Like I said, the same thing I said to you earlier when you came up, Lex. The way that the system is set up now, yeah, I'm gonna own some land, right? That gives my family the best chance of survival and right? Like don't doubt about it.
See, I'm very happy for what I have. I don't take what I have for granted.
Yeah, I'm not saying you do.
Like, because I understand my parents worked so hard for what we have, and it's just like, yeah.
How did they get it? How did they get 500 acres of land?
So my dad, he started off with about 10 acres about 30 years ago.
And who gave
And
that to
he
him?
got into the cattle business and he started selling cattle.
How did he get
I
that?
think he sold about, how did he get it?
How
Well,
did he
he
get the
bought
10
out
acres?
all of the surrounding, he bought out about 4 surrounding chicken farms and we took those over.
How was he able to afford to buy out 4 chicken farms?
His dad passed away on Christmas and he had a lot of money saved back.
So your
He
dad
left him
inherited
some
money.
money. Okay.
Gotcha.
And your grandfather, what did he do?
He owned a logging business out in the Tennessee mountains.
And how was he able to get that business? What did his father do?
His father was the same thing. It is a 4-generation ran business.
So 4 generations ago they were in
Logging. Gotcha.
And what state is this in?
Tennessee.
I knew it. I don't know why when you said law, I was like, it's probably Tennessee. So when you say your family worked really hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, not. But I don't hear much hard work. I think they exploited people probably, and they got their money through exploitation because loggers were known to be ruthless. That's what they did, right? They were very ruthless.
Yes, actually, I can share some of the history on how we got our logging property.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Even if you go back far enough, I would almost.
And I'm not proud of my history because what we did is, and I do not claim my ancestors for this. They went back and they pretty much took over the people that lived there. They took their land, and I'm not proud of that. So that's kind of why we gave those 100 acres up previously, because that's roughly how much we took.
But you said that they worked hard. You see what I'm saying? I think that's important to like clock because they actually did it. They actually stole the land. You know what I mean? Like I think that is very important. I think that's something that as a white American, you have to sit with and acknowledge that actually your family just stole the land from people. And you're like prospering off of it now. Now, moving forward, whatever you do is what you do, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can only control yourself. I'm all for that. Like, I'm not judging you personally for what they did, but if you care about it, right? If you don't want people like me to judge you, then you got to change that word track. That
The
word
language,
track
yeah.
off. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't know about that, because I already knew. Even before you said it, Lex, I knew that if your family is white and they got 500 acres in this country, they stole it from somebody. I already know
We
that.
did. I will say I'm not proud of what my ancestors did, and I'm not gonna say like that we did anything right, but we broke the generational cycle, and we are helping our community, and we're giving back to our community.
Okay.
It sounds like maybe your family's responsible. You're responsible stewards of that land that you have.
That's what I would. That's it. I like that. That's a good term.
Good.
Responsible stewards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we take very good care of our land, and we respect nature around us. We don't hunt more than what we need.
Mhm. Yeah, that would fuck up the land too.
But I got work. I'm gonna have to get off here. Thank you guys for your
All right,
time, and
Lex.
thank you for
Bye,
listening.
Lex.
No problem. All right.
That is interesting. 0.78 miles, by the way. That's what that is. So like, imagine like if you're like, the only way I can conceptualize this is like on my GPS when I'm like driving down like I-95 going someplace, and it's like exit 14 in 1 mile, like in slightly